I woke up this morning with the most amazing feeling. I felt this overwhelming gratitude and love for myself, courage, and just this sense of confidence that hit me just a little bit differently this morning. And as I thought about it throughout the day, I just remember thinking, why do I feel this way about myself? Like, why do I feel like it was just kind of almost out of the blue, that I just felt so much peace with who I am and where I am in my life right now? And I really had to express some gratitude and thanks for the hard work and effort that I've put into being real and being me and doing really, really hard, scary things that feel like there is no clear direction or path. But within my heart, I know that I'm going the right direction. And right now, that's all that I really have to go off of. And as I've thought about the last couple of years, all throughout today, there were some key definers that really helped me be able to get to where I am right now. The first one, a few years ago, deciding that I had to do something different. I had to create something different for my life. And then when the opportunity came up, jumping on that opportunity and trusting that even though I didn't have all the answers and I didn't know exactly how it was going to work, that I was just going to trust the process. And as scary as the process has been, and as much as I have at times fought the process, I have maintained a commitment to the direction that I'm going and that where I'm going, I'm on the right path. 2, last year, June 2025, I made the commitment to myself to give Kali a real shot. And I had enrolled in and participated in instant training camp for Kali from Paul Ingram and the Kali Center, and made the commitment that I was going to practice and train in my Kali skills for a month, and that training for a month was going to be, and I'm sorry, not just for a month, but I made the commitment that month that I was going to train on a regular basis. And then I refused anything less for myself. And what I found by practicing and training Kali, and I'm sorry, it's going to get really loud here in just a minute, but what I learned practicing and training with Kali has been this confidence, and it has helped me build my confidence. So I first made the decision that I had to do something different. And I found a path, and I took the path that was presented that made the most sense based on everything that I had studied and looked at. And then I decided to commit myself to learning Kali. Kali being a Filipino martial art, and that I was going to practice this every day. It felt fun. And I knew there was going to be times when I didn't like or enjoy it as much. And it was really kind of a test for myself and my will as to whether or not I was going to stick with that, even when it got hard. And I knew that if I could stick to just these 2 decisions that I had made and follow the timing, that it would change my life. Not because of what I had chosen to do, not because it was this amazing cure-all, but because this gift of being committed to something that we give ourselves builds a self-confidence that nobody can take away. Because when you stick to something and you give it your all, no matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets, and even when sometimes you might run fast and sometimes you might crawl with baby steps, that if you keep going, you can't help but learn and grow and become better. It's impossible to not get better if you keep practicing something every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. And I'm really seeing this both in a change of careers that I made a year ago and choosing to start Kali 11 10 to 11 months ago. And just being able to track and watch my progress, because the progress is very tangible. I'm either doing it or I'm not doing it. And that's one of the things I've really learned from Polly is you make a decision and then you make sure your timing is right on the decision. And if you can follow those two, you can pretty much figure everything else out through building up your skill and your endurance. And so as I've reflected on my day and just felt this gratitude and appreciation for myself and my journey, I've really been able to give back to myself in this very loving, compassionate way that has really boosted my confidence, my love, my appreciation for myself that isn't always there. And if I can keep moving forward with the same trajectory, pushing myself forward, pushing myself to learn and grow, those goals that I have set for myself will be achieved. It's only a matter of time before I get there. And I know that so powerfully now in a way that I'm not sure I've ever really known it or felt it before, in this really grateful way that when you choose to step into uncomfortable and embrace the uncomfortable, get really comfortable with it, nothing can stop you. It might take longer than you think, maybe it'll take shorter than you think, but nothing can stop you if you are unwilling to give up, if you are unwilling to keep working on yourself. The willingness to move forward with determination will power you through just about anything. And I'm also looking at, mental health, my diet, how I talk to myself, how I talk to others, how I talk to others about myself, all impact the way that I feel and my mental strength and fortitude. Excuse me. And as I'm looking at and seeing all of these patterns of things that are working, they really all just come down to that you have to be willing to go after whatever you want with such determination that no barrier or boundary will stop you, that you will find a way to either work with it, around it, or find a different path to be able to get to where you're trying to go. You may not reach your goals on first attempt. That is not failure. You may not achieve where you want to be as fast as you want to be there. That doesn't mean that you can't get there. And just because it may feel harder or you've never done it before does not by any means mean that you're not going to make it there or that you can't do it. It doesn't mean it's not your path. It means that you may have to figure out something else that is going to work specifically for you to reach this dream or goal that you have. So keep working at it. Keep trying. Be willing to work harder than you've ever worked before to get somewhere that you have never been. Because if you have never been there, you may not have the strength or capacity or knowledge or skill to be able to get there. So, friend, when you're thinking about giving up or quitting, or like it's too hard, or maybe you should just stop for a while, don't. That is your automatic security system screaming at you that you're doing something you've never done before. It's your safety net saying, jump, give it up, abandon ship, Do not listen. Do not abandon ship. You may have to do something different. You may have to slow down. You may have to create a different plan, a better plan. And maybe that's really what is being said, is that you need to create a different plan, a better plan. Maybe the plan that you're using is only the plan that you're using because at the time you made the plan, there wasn't a better plan. You didn't have the right answers and you didn't have the skills to get there. That doesn't mean you went the wrong direction. It just means that you need to create a better plan for you to be able to reach where you're getting and how you get there. It doesn't mean you should give up. And just thinking about the day today, I've made some huge progress, I feel like, in my Kali training over the last year. Like, it hasn't even been a year yet since I started really practicing Kali. And even though I've had some Silat practice in other martial arts, I have not practiced daily martial arts probably in at least 6 years. And at that time period, I was brand new to martial arts, very introductory, a very beginner level. And there was so much else going on in my life. It was hard to focus on it. And then going to little to no martial art practice, like Kali has really been the only martial art that I have done consistently on a regular basis for this long of a period of time, other than working out and fitness training. So I'm really proud of myself. I've had to overcome some really, really hard boundaries and barriers to get to where I am today. And I think all of that just came up as a reminder for me this morning that, you know what, I've overcome some really hard things and life might get harder. Like I've leveled up in the strength of what I can handle and take on. So if life is matching my strength, things are bound to get harder for me. They're not going to get easier. They can't get easier. It wouldn't feel like a challenge, and life has to challenge us to continue strengthening us and pushing us to our next level, pushing us to where we can really be strong, pushing us to what we really are capable of. If you study great heroes or great people throughout time, the trials and the challenges and the difficulties never really seem to stop. They seem to get harder over time. They seem to get more difficult, more intense, more internally focused as well. And kind of that constant pressure being put on the person to force or push them to be better. So I imagine that this is not the end of the challenges and difficulties and opposition that I will be facing. But I am determined that I will continue to learn and I will continue to grow and I will continue to push myself and find a way to thrive through all of it, no matter how hard it gets or how difficult the opposition may be. I know that I have the mental fortitude to overcome those challenges and difficulties because I have learned the skills to be able to get there. And if you want some help and you need to learn the skills to get there too, I am telling you, I'm here for you. You are not alone. You have somebody that cares about you. And I would love to work with you and find out if we can set up a 90-day plan for you. Totally complimentary. If you're interested and you want in, then drop me the DM or drop me in the comments below clarity, and let's set up a time to talk and help you find your path just like I have in your own unique way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. What an amazing evening. I just attended a 50-year anniversary concert, limited concert, by Michael McLean. Michael sings McLean, and I don't have a lot of battery power left, so I'm going to make this very quick or as quick as possible. I felt moved to ask if Michael would be willing to maybe do a podcast or interview with me on a very small social media channel, and just received Michael McLean's phone number to be able to call and ask him for an interview. I feel so blessed. There's a reason that I was here tonight, and by whatever miracle brought me here, I am so grateful. I am grateful to have had this opportunity to come to an incredible show far beyond, like, I can't even believe this. When I was 9 or 10, I would have never believed that You're Not Alone album by Michael McLean, somebody I had no idea who it was, I would be given the opportunity to interview at some point. I am beyond grateful. I am beyond grateful for this incredible blessing, this grace, this miracle that God has granted me today. And it was such a good show. I just cannot help but cry over these amazing, beautiful songs. And the gratitude that I have is just overflowing right now. Oh, I can't even believe that I've positioned myself where I am right now. It's not even real yet. But this is what I was talking about earlier tonight in a short video that I created on my way to the school to come to this event. And you can get anywhere you want to be. You don't even know what is possible until you create it. Thank you so much for watching.